Okay, so where do I even begin? GameStop up 100% today. I feel like this is deja vu. We went through this just a few weeks ago. GameStop up 100%. After hours up another 65%. The stock's gone from around $50 per share to now sitting at $150 per share after hours. What is going on? And did something happen? Did something change? Is another short squeeze? What's happening? So that's kind of what I want to go through in this video. And remember, guys, if you watch my videos in the last, few weeks when we talked about GameStop and the whole frenzy back in January, the one thing that I kept stressing was that I don't think that this story was over. And it looked like it was said and done. Things were in the past and GameStop was, on its way down, and that's the end of that. But, sometimes these things have a way of coming back, and it looks like GameStop is back. Anyways, what's going on? Two things really happened, maybe three things, which I'll talk about. Okay, so first is that they announced an executive shuffle. They announced today that their CFO, Jim Bell, will resign on March 26th. It says sources familiar with the matter told Business Insider that Bell did not leave willingly, but was pushed out by Ryan Cohen, co-founder of Chewy and GameStop board member. Ryan Cohen is pretty much the guy that's single-handedly turning around this business. He's built a successful brand with Chewy. He wants to kind of get GameStop back up to, a reputable brand, a profitable company, a growing company. He wants that. He has a vision for that. And he feels that, people like Jim Bell maybe doesn't fit the job role quite well. He's had his chance in the past. It didn't really do much. And now I think it's time for change. You can tell here he didn't leave willingly. So this is definitely some conflict. But this probably led to some of the buying, because now it's like, okay, there's executives changing, fundamental changes in the business. Management team changes are important. Hopefully they get someone good in here. I don't believe they announced who will be taking over. Yeah, if I look down here, it says that GameStop will likely look for a CFO within a tech compared. Okay, yeah, so they're probably going to look for like an e-commerce tech type CFO, which will be important for this company to actually turn things around. And I guess investors really like this news. That was the first thing. That's 3:45 p.m. that led to some of this buying here. And then what we also got, ironically, around the same time, around 4 p.m., Reddit actually went down. Don't know how that happened. There's no real reason as to why it happened. Within half an hour, they were back up. GameStop was actually halted for a bit. That's why you see like a little gap here in the stock. This is when Reddit went down as well. So a lot of interesting thing happening around the same time. And then, of course, the cherry on top, we had Charlie Munger come out and comment. This was around 1:30 p.m. Let's see when the spike started. The spike started late 3 o'clock. So this was probably around the CFO news, most likely. Otherwise, you probably would have seen some run up around here when Charlie commented. But anyways, Charlie commented on a few things. He talked about gambling, talked about Bitcoin, talked about SPACs, and he talked about GameStop. He, is one of the most vocal people out there. He's kind of like the counterpart to Warren Buffett, but the less tamed version, if you will. He doesn't really filter himself as much, and you can see here that if you read this article, he is not too happy. He's a 97-year-old gentleman. He calls the GameStop thing an amateur investors, a mania that they got into, gambling. And he says it's really stupid to have a culture which encourages as much gambling in stocks by people who have a mindset of a racetrack. He is upset. A lot of them crowd in buying stocks on frenzy, frequently on credit, because they see that they're going up. And of course, that's a very dangerous way to invest. And I absolutely agree with him. It's just that maybe the way he's saying this, his tone is kind of condescending here. Not really a huge fan of that, but he's right. He's right. People are just gambling. People are just throwing their money in. They see prices go up. They throw money in, hope it goes higher up, and then they try to sell it for that higher price and rinse and repeat. And that's been going on for the last few months in the market. That's nothing new here today. And the correction we've seen in the last couple of days has really dampened this. The SPACs, the high flyers, they have been hit hard. A lot of people have been wiped out. And that's just part of the market cycle. But anyways, reading through this, we can see that he's just not a fan of anything going on right now. Investors should not buy gold or Bitcoin. I don't really think he understands Bitcoin, if I'm being 100% honest. So take that with a grain of salt. And he also goes on and talks about SPACs. He's not a huge fan of SPACs. He says the world would be better off without them. So it seems like he's just coming out and attacking everything that investors are, milking right now, making money off right now, gambling on right now. And hey, the end result, at least for GameStop, is a stock that's gone from $50 to almost a $155 right now after hours. And a lot of people that were down massively on their positions are now getting close to break even or possibly even profitable. How crazy is that? Anyways, guys, we will see how the story develops. I'll keep you updated. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the like button. Helps out tremendously. GameStop, I think the story is going to continue. We're going to see what happens tomorrow, but yeah, this is big. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.